Ladies and gentlemen, in life we are constantly faced with moments that demand a choice. The path ahead is often uncertain, and the weight of doubt can feel overwhelming. Yet in those very moments when we feel least equipped, there is a truth we must remember. There is a power within us greater than any challenge we face. It is a power that can carry us through the fiercest storms, through the darkest nights, and to the highest peaks of our potential. It is the power of faith. Faith that God has equipped you with everything you need to soar, with wings that are designed to lift you higher than you could ever imagine. Each of us is born with wings, metaphorically speaking. These wings are not physical appendages, but they are the inner strength, the determination, and the ability to rise above the circumstances that threaten to keep us grounded. The question is not whether we have wings. The question is whether we are willing to trust them. There will be times in life when you face challenges that seem insurmountable. You will be tempted to believe that you are too small, too weak, or too insignificant to make it through. You may hear the voice of fear whispering in your ear, telling you that you're not capable, not enough, not worthy of success. But I want to remind you of a truth that runs deeper than fear. You were created with purpose. You were created with wings that are strong enough to carry you through any storm. But just as a bird must trust its wings in order to fly, so too must we trust the gifts and abilities that God has placed within us. A bird doesn't hesitate when it takes flight. It doesn't second guess its wing. It doesn't wonder if it's strong enough or if the winds will be favorable. No, the bird knows that its wings were made to carry it, and so it takes that first step off the branch, knowing that it is designed to soar. We too must learn to trust the wings that God has given us. When the winds of life begin to howl and the storms seem relentless, it can be tempting to stay in the safety of what we know, to cling to the ground and avoid the risk of soaring. But God calls us to something greater. He calls us to trust our wings, to believe that He has equipped us with everything we need to rise above the challenges, to soar to new heights, and to fulfill the purpose for which we were created. Now, trusting your wings doesn't mean that the journey will always be easy. It doesn't mean that you won't face difficulties along the way. In fact, you may encounter turbulence. You may find yourself battling strong winds that threaten to push you off course. But remember, it is in the turbulence that you are strengthened. It is through the struggles that your wings grow stronger. And it is in the act of trusting God's plan for your life, even in the face of adversity, that you discover the power within you to rise higher than you ever thought possible. The winds of life can be fierce, and sometimes they may try to knock you off course. You may feel like you're spiraling out of control, or like the ground is slipping away beneath your feet. But I want to remind you that in those moments, God is with you. He is the one who holds your wings steady. He is the one who knows the way forward, even when you don't. And when you place your trust in Him, He will lead you through every storm and into the fullness of His purpose for your life. Consider the story of the eagle. The eagle is a magnificent bird known for its strength and grace. But did you know that the eagle is also a master of the storm? While most birds seek shelter from the storm, the eagle seeks the winds. It rises higher and higher, using the very winds that would defeat other birds to carry it to new heights. The eagle knows that the storm is not something to be feared, it is an opportunity to rise. In the same way, you can learn to see the storms in your life not as obstacles to your success, but as opportunities for growth. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to trust your wings, to rely on the strength that God has placed within you, and to rise above your circumstances. Just as the eagle uses the storm to soar higher, you too can use the difficulties in your life to reach new levels of faith, resilience, and purpose. But there is one important thing to remember. In order to trust your wings, you must first step out in faith. You must make the decision to leave behind the safety of the nest, to let go of the things that are holding you back, and to trust that you are equipped for the journey ahead. The first step is always the hardest, but it is also the most important. Without that step, you will never know the strength of your wings. When you trust your wings, you are not relying on your own strength alone. You are relying on the power of God to guide you, to empower you, and to give you the courage to keep going, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. God has a plan for your life, a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, a plan to give you a hope and a future. But in order to walk in that plan, you must trust Him, trust His timing, and trust the wings He has given you to carry you through. It's easy to get discouraged when you face setbacks. It's easy to want to give up when things don't go as planned. But when you trust your wings, you remember that setbacks are not the end, they are simply part of the process. Every setback is a lesson, every failure is an opportunity to learn, and every challenge is a chance to grow. So when you face difficulties, don't be discouraged. Instead, remember that you are being shaped and refined into the person you are meant to be. Your wings are becoming stronger, and you are becoming more prepared for the heights you are destined to reach. There will be times when the journey feels long and the winds seem to be working against you, but it is in those moments that you must remind yourself of the truth. You are not alone. God is with you every step of the way, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is the one who sustains you, who strengthens you, and who will carry you when you feel you cannot carry yourself. Trusting your wings requires patience. It requires perseverance. It requires the willingness to keep moving forward, even when you don't see the end of the road. But the more you trust, the more you will see that God is faithful. He is always there, always working behind the scenes, always guiding you to the place where you are meant to be. So I encourage you today, don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let the storms of life keep you grounded. Trust your wings. Trust the power within you. Trust the purpose that God has placed on your life. And remember that with His help, you are capable of more than you can imagine. Your wings are strong. Your faith is powerful. And with each step of trust, you are soaring to new heights, fulfilling the purpose for which you were created. You were not made to live in fear or doubt. You were made to soar. So spread your wings, take that first step, and trust that you have everything you need to rise above the challenges, to overcome the obstacles, and to fulfill the dreams that God has placed in your heart. The sky is not the limit, it is just the beginning. Trust your wings and trust the one who gave them to you. The speech emphasizes that each individual is equipped with wings symbolizing inner strength, resilience, and the abilities needed to overcome life's challenge. The core message is that by trusting these inherent qualities and stepping out in faith, you can rise above adversity and fulfill your purpose. The speech encourages viewing life's storms and setbacks not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and development. Just like the eagle uses the storm to soar higher, individuals are urged to trust their wings, embrace difficulties, and use them to strengthen their faith, resilience, and character. Trusting in your inner strength and purpose is one of the most powerful steps you can take on your journey through life. We are often led to believe that our success or failure is determined by external factors or circumstances, our environment, the people around us, or even luck. But the truth is, the foundation of your success, the essence of your potential, is already within you. It is the strength, determination, and purpose that God has woven into the fabric of your being from the very beginning. When you trust in this inner strength and embrace your purpose, you tap into a power that no external force can take away. It is natural to doubt ourselves at times. We all face moments of insecurity when we question our abilities or wonder if we are enough to meet the challenges before us. In those moments of doubt, we may look around and compare ourselves to others, measuring our worth against external standards. But true success and fulfillment do not come from comparison. They come from the deep understanding that you are unique, that you have been specifically created for a purpose that no one else can fulfill. When you trust in your inner strength, you align yourself with the purpose for which you were created. Think about a bird learning to fly. In the beginning, it does not know how to soar. It may flap its wings hesitantly, unsure of whether they will be strong enough to lift it off the ground. But over time, it learns to trust its wings. It learns that it was made to fly, that it has the strength and the ability to rise above the earth and embrace the sky. Similarly, you have been given the tools you need to succeed your abilities, your resilience, and your faith. These are your wings. You may not always feel confident in them, and you may face challenges that make you question your strength, but you must remember that you were made to soar. You were made to rise above the obstacles in your path and to fulfill the purpose God has placed in your heart. When you trust your inner strength, you embrace the fact that you are not meant to live in fear or doubt. Fear may come, but it does not define you. Doubt may arise, but it is not the truth of who you are. You are a person of purpose, equipped with everything you need to succeed. Your strengths may not always be visible to the world, but they are present within you, waiting to be activated. Trusting your inner strength is about recognizing that you have the resources you need to handle whatever life brings your way. It's about acknowledging that you were created with resilience, determination, and the power to overcome. Often we look for validation from others, seeking approval or encouragement to feel worthy of success. But the truth is, your worth does not depend on what others think of you or whether they believe in your abilities. Your worth is determined by the fact that you were created by God with a purpose. You are not here by accident. You are here for a reason, and that reason is not just to exist, but to thrive, to use your gifts and abilities to make a difference in the world around you. Trusting in your inner strength means believing in that purpose and having the confidence to pursue it, no matter what others say or do. There are many forces in life that may try to convince you that you are not enough, that you don't have what it takes to succeed. Life can be challenging, and there are times when it feels like the world is working against you. But this is when your inner strength must rise up. It is in the face of adversity that your true potential is revealed. Think of the most successful people in the world, not just in terms of material success, but in terms of impact and significance. They didn't become who they are because life was easy. They became who they are because they trusted their inner strength even when it seemed like everything was against them. They trusted their abilities, their purpose, and the power within them to overcome the difficulties that life threw their way. You must understand that your strength is not just for the easy moments. Your strength is for the difficult times, the times when it seems like there is no way forward. When you trust your inner strength, you don't give up when things get tough. You don't retreat when challenges arise. Instead, you press forward, knowing that you have been equipped with everything you need to rise above the difficulties. This does not mean that you won't experience fear or doubt. It means that when those emotions come, you don't allow them to control you. You acknowledge them, but you don't let them dictate your actions. Instead, you trust in the strength within you, knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This trust in your inner strength also requires a deep belief in the power of your purpose. Each of us is created with a unique set of gifts, talents, and abilities that are meant to serve a greater purpose. That purpose may not always be immediately clear, but it is there. Trusting in your inner strength means trusting that you are walking the path that was designed for you, even when you don't fully understand it. You may not see the end goal, but you can trust that each step you take is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. There will be moments when you question the direction you are headed, when you wonder if you're on the right path. It is in those moments that you must lean into your faith and trust that God has a plan for you. Your wings are not meant to keep you grounded. They are meant to carry you higher. But to soar, you must trust in the strength that God has placed within you. You must trust that He will guide you and give you the wisdom to navigate the challenges ahead. He has already equipped you with the resources you need to succeed. Your role is simply to trust Him and trust yourself. Trusting in your inner strength is also about taking action. It is not enough to simply believe that you are strong or capable. You must put that belief into practice. You must take the steps necessary to move forward even when you don't feel ready. Trusting your wings means stepping out into the unknown, taking risks, and embracing the journey no matter how uncertain it may seem. When you take that first step, you may not have all the answers, but you will have everything you need to keep going. You have the strength, the courage, and the purpose to carry you forward. It's important to remember that trusting your inner strength doesn't mean doing everything on your own. You don't have to have all the answers, and you don't have to face the journey alone. Trusting your wings means trusting that God is walking with you, empowering you, and guiding you every step of the way. He is the one who gives you the strength to soar, and He will never leave you or forsake you. As you trust in your inner strength, you are also placing your trust in His strength, knowing that together there is nothing you cannot overcome. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth is a mindset that can transform the way we navigate life. So often we see obstacles as setbacks, things to avoid, or even things that define our limits. But when we change our perspective and choose to view these challenges as stepping stones to growth, we open ourselves to a life that is rich with purpose, resilience, and success. Challenges, in many ways, are not obstacles meant to break us. They are the very tools God uses to refine us, to shape us into who we are meant to become. Life by nature is unpredictable. It does not follow a straight path, nor does it always unfold in the way we envision it. The plans we make may not always come to fruition as we expected. The people we trust may let us down. Our health may fail us. Our dreams may seem too distant or unattainable. But every challenge that comes your way, whether big or small, is an opportunity for growth if you choose to see it that way. The key is to shift your mindset, to embrace the discomfort, the struggle, and the adversity, knowing that each challenge is a part of your development, and every step you take in overcoming it brings you closer to your purpose. Consider the process of a diamond being formed. A diamond doesn't emerge in its perfect, brilliant state right away. It begins as a simple, rough stone buried deep within the earth. It is subjected to intense pressure and heat over long periods of time. The conditions are harsh, the transformation is difficult, and yet it is through this process that the diamond is shaped into the radiant gem we value so much. Similarly, you too are being shaped and refined through the challenges you face. Though the pressure may feel overwhelming at times, it is only through this refining process that you are able to grow into the person you are destined to be. Challenges push us to go beyond our limits, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to discover strengths we never knew we had. It is easy to become complacent in life, to stay within the boundaries of what feels safe and familiar. But when we encounter challenges, we are forced to adapt, to be creative, and to develop new skills. We may not always feel prepared or equipped, but as we face each difficulty head on, we uncover a new sense of resilience within ourselves. It is in the struggle, in the fight to overcome, that we build character and strength. We can also find growth in the way we respond to challenges. It's not the challenges themselves that define us, but how we choose to approach them. Will we retreat in fear, or will we face them with courage? Will we let failure stop us, or will we see it as a lesson to learn from? The attitude we adopt in the face of adversity is just as important as the actions we take. The most successful people are not those who have never failed, but those who have learned how to fail forward. They have embraced their challenges, learned from them, and used them as stepping stones to future success. One of the most powerful ways to embrace challenges is to reframe the way we view failure. Failure, as we often perceive it, is not the end of the road. It is simply a part of the process. No one ever succeeded without experiencing failure along the way. The difference lies in how we respond to those failures. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to give up, we should see it as an opportunity to grow. Each failure teaches us something valuable about ourselves, about our strengths, our weaknesses, and our areas for improvement. It shows us what doesn't work so we can try a different approach. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. The Apostle Paul, a man who faced incredible trials throughout his life, speaks to this very idea in his letters. He encourages us to rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance produces character, and character produces hope. Paul recognized that the challenges we face, though difficult, are not without purpose. They refine us, build our character, and shape our hope for the future. When we embrace challenges, we do so with the understanding that they are part of a larger plan that is ultimately working for our good. When we understand that challenges are opportunities for growth, we can also begin to understand the power of perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep moving forward even when the path seems uncertain, even when the obstacles seem insurmountable. It is the determination to keep pushing ahead no matter how many setbacks we face. Perseverance is built through hardship, through adversity. Without challenges, we would never learn how to persevere. Without challenges, we would never discover the depth of our resilience or the strength of our resolve. Perseverance also teaches us patience. In a world where we are often accustomed to instant gratification, challenges force us to wait, to trust in the process, and to allow things to unfold in their own time. The journey may not always be quick, but it will be worth it. Patience is a key component of growth. It allows us to take the time to learn the lessons we need to learn, to grow at the pace we need to grow, and to develop the character we need to handle the blessings that are yet to come. But perseverance and patience are not always easy. It takes faith to believe that the challenges we face are for our good, especially when we can't see the bigger picture. It requires trust in a higher plan, a belief that God is at work even when we don't understand what's happening. When life is hard, when it seems like nothing is going the way we had hoped, it is easy to become discouraged. But it is in those moments of discouragement that we must remember that God is using those challenges to grow us, to refine us, and to prepare us for the future He has in store. There is another powerful truth about challenges. They often connect us to others. When we face difficulties, we realize that we are not alone. We are all walking our own journeys, facing our own struggles. But in sharing our challenges with others, we build relationships, offer support, and find strength in community. Challenges can teach us compassion and empathy as we begin to understand the struggles of others and come alongside them in their own journey. Through challenges, we learn to rely on one another, and in doing so, we become stronger together. When you embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, you also learn to celebrate the victories that come through overcoming them. Each challenge you face and conquer is a victory that strengthens your confidence and propels you forward. It is not about the destination, but about the journey, the process of growth and transformation. Each obstacle overcome adds to your character and prepares you for even greater challenges. And in that you discover a strength within yourself that you may never have known existed.